Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville, Florida is where we're at, ready to bring you one great college football game. And now the coin toss, and it's presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. LSU lines up to kick this one off, and we're just about set to get underway. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And they can forget about returning this one. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game. Tackle around the 33-yard line. Caught and out of bounds after a short gain. The pass is complete for 4 yards, and that'll be a first down.
Nothing special here. Quick pass and a good catch, but it keeps the chains moving.
He's tackled at the 33-yard line.
The object was to sell the pass and then sneak by the defensive line with the run. The problem here was that the quarterback didn't sell the pass very well.
From their own 33-yard line, it's second down. They'll get him for a loss.
That'll bring up third and long.
And he's going to come up with a sack.
Loss of 6 yards on the play. That makes it fourth and long.
After the sack, it's now 4th and long. He really got a hold of that one. He makes it to the 42-yard line. Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it. He tackles him for a loss.
Sometimes a play is not going to work for whatever reason. Doesn't mean you throw the play away. You just need to execute better next time.
It's 2nd and 15. Ball on their own 37. It's a great run, and he's brought down in the backfield. 1-yard loss for the halfback.
The defender snuck right through the blocks and just drilled the ball carrier. That's a standout play.
Becoming the 12th man, the crowd is always into it here. And he's level at the 29-yard line. The sack makes this a 4th and very long. He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. He's to the 40. Oh, he got nailed on that one. Every drive's important in a tie game. I look for both sides to come out with some urgency. He's wrapped up for the sack.
Call a loss of 3 yards on the play. That brings up 2nd and 13.
So it's 2nd down and 13 yards to go following that quarterback sack.
Three down.
And he's sacked. And he can't escape again.
This guy's got experience. It'll take an awful lot to unsettle him.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 47.
Watch 18. 18's the mic.
That's exactly how they drew it up in the sideline, and now they get the ball back.
That makes it 4th and long.
The Gators really took care of business on defense that first time out, Herbert.
One of the great traditions of college football is this defense and the way they play with such passion and enthusiasm in this environment. We're seeing that again today.
And so far, it's been totally even. In close games like this, every possession is likely to matter. Tackled after a decent pickup.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
You know, when you feel pressure like that, the worst thing you want to do is just to throw the ball into coverage. He got away with one right there. He's very fortunate. Next time, he should just throw it away out of bounds.
Really a tough spot for an offense to be in against this crowd in this stadium. Over the middle to his tailback. Tackle made around the 48-yard line.
I like how the offense is using the pass to get him involved. He's explosive, and you just want to get the ball in his hands.
Let's go. 180.
And he's tackled around the 42-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Mike 51. Mike 50.
And down he goes at about the 45.
I like how the defense got all up into that option to disrupt it. The offense looks a bit unsettled after losing that battle.
So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need about 4. The crowd really making it difficult.
That is money in the bank. Sometimes you just can't stop a good combination.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
And he throws it away. 2nd down, 10 to go. Ball on the 33. Looks left, finding his tailback, and they'll get him in the backfield. Loss of about 6.
This defense is fast enough that they can create negative yards on completed passes. So the offense might want to consider that next time they try that play.
It's the 9th play of the drive. Listen to this place. Throws to the back quickly, off his hands, incomplete. 4th down. They'll line it up for a very long field goal attempt. LSU could take the lead with this field goal. It's up, looks long enough, and he just drilled it from long range. York ready to kick. He just drills this one. You talk about our meetings this week with the defensive coordinators, Kirk, and this is what they were hoping for, that they can control the line of scrimmage.
These players must have been listening pretty intently because that's exactly what we've seen. These defenses have come out, they've controlled things early, trying to just set the tone. It's really going to be up to both of these offenses to try to make some adjustments and try to be able to come after them in some way.
Looks over the middle, and it's picked off. Inside the 30. Brought down at the 22-yard line.
This quarterback better start making better decisions in the passing game. Otherwise, this corner will come up with even more picks in the future.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. LSU holds a field goal lead. He's under some heat. It's a fumble. And it's picked up by one of the linemen. And they got to him before he could get back to the line. They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long.
Mike 51.
Sets up a screen. Tailback's got it. And they make the stop at the 23-yard line.
And they were on the technical at the 23-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 11.
Credit those two defenses in that first quarter, or blame the offenses for a lack of production. The Tigers with a 3-point lead. And we're back for more action here in quarter number 2. I don't know if they'll be able to hear his cadence in the midst of all this mayhem. He's taken down at about the 3-yard line. This quarterback definitely has some confidence in his arm, Kirk.
It sure looks that way. That was well covered by the defense, and he still got it in there.
They'll bring him down at the 3-yard line.
That brings him 2nd and goal.
Dives, and he's down. And this crowd is going absolutely crazy. Touchdown, Tigers.
This kid is a really reliable weapon. You definitely want the football in his hands near the end zone, and he showed you why right there.
And he converts the extra point. It was a 6-play, 28-yard drive, and they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Brad, everywhere we go when we travel over the country, people want to talk about offense. Oh, the spread, or the pistol, and hurry up tempo offense and points. It's nice to watch a team that prides itself on playing great defense. And when it's all said and done, the teams that advance and get to the important bowl games and do well in the postseason are teams that have this kind of defense.
That's a gain of 10 on the ground. That will make it 2nd and inches.
18, Mike 18. Check. Disco Weaver.
He's hit and got away. He's at midfield. At the 30. And he's taken down around the 19-yard line. Perfectly run option keeper.
Not what you'd expect when you prepare all week to defend the option. But then again, give this offense some credit. These guys aren't exactly the scout team.
Lateral's back, and he's got space. It's away from him. Touchdown.
He just put his eyes on that end zone and ran with some real purpose there.
Trying to get within a field goal. They'll try the point after. And he tacks on the extra point with a 3-play, 76-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
And it was really those long runs that really helped propel that drive.
So the score now, 10-7. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. With 1 quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. He's on the run. He makes it to the 28-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That will make it 2nd and 7.
LSU is up a field goal.
Here we go. Bring that still. Let's go. 19.
Quick throw almost intercepted. They're really fortunate that wasn't intercepted.
Not a very smart decision by the quarterback. He had no shot at completing it.
From their own 28-yard line. Third down. The crowd at this stadium always a factor in a football game. He gets hit out of bounds right around the 32-yard line. Doesn't look like he's going to have much time to get rid of this punt. It's away, and it's a booming punt. Looking for the corner. Knocked out of bounds around the 34-yard line.
The last time we saw this offense on the field, they drove the length of the field. And you think back to what that defensive coordinator tried to do. He tried to change some things up, but nothing seemed to work. It's going to be interesting to see how he can have an impact on this drive.
Fires out to his wideout. That's a great tackle at the 50. Throws it out, and it falls incomplete. Well, he tried to thread the needle with that pass.
Well, here the quarterback makes a poor decision throwing into coverage. He needs to look at his progression and find the second and third receiver.
From midfield. Second down. Tackle at the 36. He put the ball in there perfectly that time.
And let me tell you, this kid has impressed me all day with the touch on his passes. That's a good-looking throw there.
Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. He goes out of bounds at the 31.
That brings him second and 5.
Quick throw, picked off. He's on the run. And the defense just picked up their second interception of the game.
This defense has really been in sync during the first half. If they keep this up, it'll be a long day for this offense.
From the 39-yard line, first down.
That's what I do.
LSU has a 3-point lead. He gets out to about the 38-yard line.
That brings him second and 9.
Get off the field, D. Mike 51. Mike, here we go. Wayne 98 Weasel. 98 Weasel.
Got it and brought down immediately.
That's a gain of 5 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
They're one of the loudest crowds in the country, and they are on their feet.
180.
He's going to try and scramble. And they got him. He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the field goal unit.
He does all the dirty little things. Blocking doesn't matter, and then when you call his number, he makes the catches.
Clowney takes a break. It's second down, 1-1 from inside the 4-yard line. 7-0 Titans on top. The snap goes to the right side to McKenzie. And McKenzie runs in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo. How about that?
When Isaiah McKenzie comes in, you got to be alert to the jet motion and then the little toss. He's like a running back out there. That's how they're using him now. And seen this a number of times. They ran it on 4th down. Get it to McKenzie right here. Counts as a pass. Get him on the edge and let him use his speed.
First touchdown of the year for Isaiah McKenzie. And Tyler Bass comes on for the point after.
What a play.
Doing a solid job there by the quarterback, recognizing the defensive coverage.
15 plays. The point after is good. And we are tied up at 7. 6:02 to play here in the first quarter. Isaiah McKenzie using his legs
Pushed out of bounds.
and getting some daylight.
40-yard line. It's second down, and they're about the length of the football for the first down marker.
You're clearly someone who takes care of yourself. So when it comes to screening for colon cancer, don't wait. Because when caught early, it's more treatable. I'm Colomed. I'm non-invasive and detect altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages.
Tell me more.
It's for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your prescriber if Cologuard is right for you. That's a step in the right direction.
President Trump is recovering from the coronavirus, and so is America. Together, we rose to meet the challenge, protecting our seniors, getting them life-saving drugs in record time, sparing no expense. President Trump tackled the virus head-on, as leaders should.
I can't imagine that anybody could be doing that.
We'll get through this together. We'll live carefully, but not afraid.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Pringles Wavy, with a big crunch and totally different flavors. They're not really Pringles.
Intercepted.
Just like that's not really Daddy.
Interception by this defense, and their sideline is really fired up.
Yeah, they didn't want this quarterback.
Pringles Wavy, big crunch, big flavor.
Let's be honest, quitting smoking is hard. Like quitting every Monday hard. Quitting feels so big. So try making it smaller, and you'll be surprised at how easily starting small can lead to something big. Start stopping with cigarettes.
Halftime now. We're seeing two defenses that don't want to give an inch.
Yeah, that's me.
The Tigers lead.
I'm a hot boy like the summertime, which cold like winter.
We've played 30 minutes.
Go to NFLshop.com and gear up.
NCAA Football 14
Come to the top of the
presented by Nissan.
Need to go on a
Innovation
vacation?
that excites.
Why not take a trip around the world?
Hurry.
Explore the sights.
It's unreal.
Meet new people. Enjoy friendly competition. Or maybe not so friendly.
I just don't want this to be weird.
We're going to do our best.
We're almost there.
Don't let your four walls keep you from the adventure of a lifetime.
That sounds amazing.
The world awaits on The Amazing Race. New season Wednesday at 9/8 Central on CBS.
99% of the time in meetings is, what are we going to do first? Stop the run. Because that's usually the place.
We've kind of seen this around the National Football League recently, and also with Major League Baseball's playoffs. The Titans, for the first time, allowing fans into the stands tonight. 12.5% of capacity, which is roughly around 8,500 fans. And you see some of the guidelines. No tailgating, face masks need to be worn.
If there's not a hole, there's no
Tied up at 7.
There's nothing they can do.
And here's Raymond, comes up to the 5-yard line. And gets just inside the 20-yard line to the 19.
Got a lot of games to watch, including yours.
Ryan Tannehill will step out after a touchdown pass, his first possession. And how about what he's done since coming over to Tennessee?
It's been awesome, and you love to see a guy who goes through a tough time in his career, loses his starting job, doesn't get down, goes in there, is supportive of the starting quarterback, and then when he gets his opportunity, takes advantage of it.
Talked to him about what he was doing while the team was not out of the facility. He said, I was running in local parks. He said, I had to look out for molehills. On first down from the 19-yard line off the play fake. Tannehill throws on the run as A.J. Brown again. And Brown breaks one tackle toward the first down marker. Will be shy of it by about a yard.
A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers.
Let's go to A.J. Ross. A.J.
Tom, something else that Ryan Tannehill had told us in our meetings earlier this week was that he uses meditation, rather, to stay mentally focused. And obviously this team has had to deal with adversity recently and throughout the season, trailing in all 3 previous games. So it's something he's utilized throughout the season.
Sure, he's utilized it even more and more and more over the last couple of weeks. First down from the 30-yard line, so Brown did get to the first down.
Nice run up the middle. Curry gets 6 yards on the play.
They hand it off to Derrick Henry. And Henry right through the middle gets a couple of yards. All right, so the Bills are playing, Jay, without their 2 starting quarterbacks that have started all 4 games so far.
Yeah, it's really tough because if you play zone versus the Titans, you put your linebackers in a bind, which is where they've struggled this year, that Bills defense. They don't have Matt Milano today. Edmonds is playing hurt. So if you want to do man coverage, but you don't have your starting 2 corners, so you think, okay, maybe they'll go cover 4. If they go cover 1, who covers A.J. Brown?
Right now it's Josh Norman who is on him, and he shifts the responsibilities. Teron Johnson. The handoff goes to Darrington Evans, and Evans Gets out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Johnson makes the tackle.
This Bills defense, they've struggled tackling this year. Something I asked Leslie Frazier about.
He's got nowhere to go.
You know, I said, why are you struggling? How do you fix that? He goes, it's tough. I don't have an answer of why. We just have to find a way to fix it. We've been doing things in practice, trying to do drills, but you can't tackle to the ground in practice. Guys just have to go out there and make tackles, especially against a guy like Derrick Henry.
Jordan Poyer told us, he said, listen, it's a mentality. Even at our age, it's a mentality. It's
He's down.
They're down 5. Tannehill from the gun.
Now with his wide receivers. He hit him for a nice game.
Tannehill pumps once. Just lost it, incomplete. Intended for Jonnu Smith. The pressure was there. Quentin Jefferson, the fifth-year pro from Maryland.
Quentin Jefferson probably got more pressure than anybody else on that defensive line for the Bills. They really need these guys. Jerry Hughes, Trent Murphy, Ed Oliver. They need them to step up and play better.
The Bills have been an evolving franchise the last several years. And they've brought in players like Jefferson, like Josh Norman, players who Sean McDermott, quite frankly, feels, and Leslie Frazier feels, are high character, can lead in the locker room, and they feel that culture part of it is very important.
No question.
Burns punt, move Roberts back to the 10, tries to make a man miss.
That's just a great coverage. Brett Kern, one of the best punters in the NFL, a perfectly placed punt, and then excellent coverage downfield by the gunner, making the stick on Andre Roberts.
Chris Milton got his hand in the back pocket and just kept on spinning.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital.
And he is drilled at the 14-yard line.
Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. And trust your heart to Entresto.
Putting adventure first doesn't mean having to put sugar first. This Cliff Bar's first ingredient is brown rice syrup, another name for sugar. In this new Kind energy bar, it's whole grain oats with 35% less sugar than the leading Cliff Bar. Be kind to yourself.
Hey, good morning. Didn't really have to put too much thought in how to defend on that third down.
Did you know Duracell Optimum can make devices work even better than copper top? This toothbrush brushes quicker. This screwdriver turns speedier. This fan spins faster. Upgrade your devices with Duracell Optimum.
We'll be solving crime strictly from a 6 feet distance for the rest of the season.
But this offense has also given it away 3 times.
Well, Josh Allen was fantastic on the last drive. 4 for 4 on third down conversions, throwing on the run, using his arm, but also his legs a little bit too, Jay.
The offensive football is execution football, and they've been executing at a high level this entire year. Brian Dable has dialed up the right plays at the right time throughout the season.
First down off of that coverage by Milton. The ball spotted at the 9-yard line. Battle of 2 unbeatens in the AFC as Singletary takes the handoff and spins away up to the 15-yard line. Marcus
to the 38-yard line.
Malcolm Butler came in to make the tackle. All right, so this is what happened the first couple possessions. The interception led to the score for the Titans, but then McKenzie tied it up at 7 with his 3-yard touchdown reception.
Really good answer by the Buffalo Bills to go down after the interception. They give up the touchdown. The Titans are fired up, and you have a long drive where you convert 4 third downs and get the touchdown.
Second down to 5. Against Singletary up the middle. And it's a gain of a couple. Daquan Jones makes the tackle. How big was that, Jay, with Simmons out, who was so good for the Titans, to get Daquan Jones back?
If you don't have Daquan Jones and you don't have Simmons, you feel like the interior defensive line is for naught. And so to get just one of those guys back, even though Simmons has been playing so well throughout this year, very big. The guy they need a lot more from is Vic Beasley. You know, they paid him $9.5 million to come in. They need to get something for that investment.
Again, the Bills were 4 for 4 on third down on the last drive.
Watch the out routes here, Tom, when you go into tight formation.
Stays in bounds and made a nice catch.
I like the call here by the defense to bring the heat with the outside linebacker.
Gabriel Davis.
It was just a better call by the offense. That's why it's a first down.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, third down.
Davis gets the call again.
There he is, number 13, moving his feet. Well, we are in Nashville doing a little line dancing.
You might do that much better than me. I know I can't dance.
Handoff.
They're down at 6.
He tackles him hard at the 23-yard line. The offense couldn't get those linemen blocked, and they'll lose.
They're in a tight formation.
Here, the defensive linemen did a great job at sealing up the hole to the line of scrimmage.
Pressure's coming out. With somebody on his feet. Nearly intercepted. Intended for Diggs. That was Kevin Byard who nearly got it.
Allen kind of forced that one to Diggs. They had a little
steps out of bounds, and now it's going to be
two
first and
guys
goal.
on Diggs. Had to go somewhere else. A good job by that Titans defense.
The defense gets set.
Mike Vrabel's team has come out firing in this first quarter. Tied up at 7. They'll get the football back with pretty good field position. But Worquez on to punt the ball away. Khalif Raymond back deep to receive.
Booming punt.
Raymond has started the 30-yard line. He had a backpedal about 5 or 6 yards, and there's the sprint. He's to the outside. Worquez is going to try to slow
smoothly executed. He looks totally in control on that
for the Titans to begin this drive.
On the extra point that will take the lead. He makes the PAT.
Titans special teams beat down a bunch of players because of COVID. But if the Titans special teams making plays, an excellent return here. Poor job by the coverage team. You got to cut them off. Don't allow them to get to the wide side of the field, and then it's a big return.
Did you like that as a kicker coming in to make the tackle? Oh, you did like that.
Oh, I love the idea. I had to try and prove that I was a football player somehow. That's really the only way you could do it. Go down there and hit somebody.
Well, Worquez knocks him out of bounds. All right, but excellent field position for the Titans. And if you're Tannehill and the Titans, do you take a shot almost immediately?
They have to go play action. You got Derrick Henry. You got tight formations.
The burden is going to be felt by the defense.
Raymond in motion. Great game so far. To try to set the screen. It's deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Florida.
Mario Addison got his hand there. So did Trent Murphy.
Well, it's an interesting call because on first down screens, the Bills are second most in the NFL at 23%. Tennessee, second lowest in the NFL at 3%. So they go against tendencies. The Bills get a deflection, which is what that defense does. When they can't get pressure, they get their hand up and they knock down passes.
Second down and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Really one of the very tough places to play in college football, and it's no different today.
Westbrook Akina, bottom of your screen. He's in motion for the Titans. The rookie out of Indiana. They go to Henry. And Henry is hit behind the line of scrimmage.
And that wasn't
Cam Lewis made the tackle.
So far, so good for this Bills defense. I thought we'd see a heavy dose of Derrick Henry. I thought you'd come in here with all the uncertainty from the last 2 weeks and say, hey, we're going to line up and we're going to pound you. And we're going to come at you with Derrick Henry over and over again, and then we're going to hit play action shots. You know, they get the shot to A.J. Brown for a touchdown. Arthur Smith is the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. He's a Gibbs guy. He loves to run the ball, pound the ball.
Empty backfield. Evans is in the slot to the right. He's taken off quickly to Smith. And Smith bursts inside the 20. There is a flag in. Right now, he's got the first down.
Yeah, this one's going to go against the Titans.
Open field. Tackle at about the 39-yard line.
Again, our referee for tonight is Carl Cheffers. There's Arthur Smith, the offense coordinator for the Titans.
gets it to the 42-yard line.
The defense here had a chance to get a stop, and they gave up another first down to this offense.
So that's Westbrook
Akina,
who was in motion.
Really stepping up.
Without Corey Davis, without Adam Humphries, a lot of young guys getting opportunities right there in the middle of your screen. You saw 15.
Well, it negates the first down. It moves the football back to the 40-yard line. It's third down and long.
Tom, you really want to get about 10 yards here to get into field goal range. Give yourself an opportunity. Look for something over the middle in front of those safeties.
Gostkowski's been so good inside 40 yards. And Raymond has it. Forget field goal range. They've got a first down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, how good is that? You say, okay, we're going to try and get field goal range. We'll throw it right in the middle where we know the guy was going to be, but he's able to take it. He's so quick and gets a first down.
From the 43-yard line.
Ryan Tannehill told us that Khalif Raymond would have more of a high-profile role this week with Davis and Humphries both out. He also had a great game against the Vikings a couple weeks ago. First down. High formation. Blasingame, by the way, is on the COVID list, so they got Swain as the fullback. They give it to Henry. And Henry rides the defender to the 18-yard line. Mario Addison makes the tackle.
Tom, you're going to see a lot of formations for the Titans that look the same. Whether they're running the ball or they're throwing the ball, Arthur Smith wants them to look very similar.
Well, so far so good for Arthur Smith and the Titans offense. They're tied with the Bills at 7, 2 unbeaten teams. Tuesday Night Football.
And he throws it away. It's the 9th play of the drive. Less than 3 minutes in the game.
Quick! The quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker. And each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
At the 27.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Has asthma pushed you into a smaller life?
Just throws this one away.
Are your asthma treatments just not enough? Then see what could open up for you with Fasenra. It is not a steroid or inhaler. It is not a rescue medicine or for other eosinophilic conditions. It's an add-on injection for people 12 and up with asthma driven by eosinophils. Nearly 7 out of 10 adults with asthma may have elevated eosinophils. Fasenra is designed to target and remove eosinophils, a key cause of asthma. It helps to prevent asthma attacks, improve breathing, and can reduce the need for oral steroids like prednisone. Fasenra may cause allergic reactions. Get help right away if you have swelling of your face, mouth, and tongue, or trouble breathing. Don't stop your asthma treatments unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens. Headache and sore throat may occur. Could you be living a bigger life? Ask an asthma specialist about Fasenra.
Last election, millions of voters were unable to cast their ballots. Why? No game plan. What's yours?
November 3rd, direct route, straight to the polls.
If you're there before the polls close, they have to let you vote. Gurley, Russ, let's go.
I used my mail-in ballot to check online to make sure it was counted.
I registered early, and I got it done. I am a voter.
The NFL encourages the civic engagement of our fans, players, and NFL legends. Make your game plan at nfl.com/votes.
Silicon Valley's Thomas Middleditch and Tony winner Annalie Ashford. Be Positive, new series November 5th on CBS.
So a 12-play, 67-yard drive.
Sean McDermott's tied to the hip of a lot of his coaches, but mostly Leslie Frazier, who's been unbelievable for him.
Not a better man in the NFL than Leslie Frazier. A great coach, has a philosophy. They've gotten the personnel to implement that philosophy. Been excellent the last 2 years, not quite as good so far this year.
Second down, off the play, fake Tannehill. Pressure's coming from Hughes. Tannehill on ground inside the 5-yard line.
It's a great job by Ryan Tannehill. Knows he's getting pressure, knows he's going to get hit, and getting the ball to A.J. Brown across the middle. Watch into the middle and that interior. We talked about a number of times with the linebacker issues in front of those safeties. Finding Brown, you'll see Smith do the same thing.
First and goal for the 3. Henry with the handoff. Barreling his way down to the goal line, and he is stopped about a half-yard away from the goal line. It'll be second down and goal. Trent Murphy in on the tackle.
Number 70 and 62.
One of the keys to stopping Derrick Henry is defensive penetration. That defensive line has got to get into the backfield and stop him before he gets started. Tennessee's come in with the heavy package here.
Yeah, Aaron Brewer, the backup center, who is also one of the backup tight ends tonight, is in the backfield. The handoff to Henry again. He goes the different route to the left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. A 1-yard burst for Derrick Henry. That's his 3rd score of the year.
So many questions about this Titans. How would they look? They haven't practiced. They've all been sitting at home trying to work out on their own. And they've come out and they've executed. Look at the hole that Henry had. He doesn't need a hole that big. Excellent job by that offensive line. And just shocking how good the Titans have looked so far.
I thought it was funny that Brewer was acting as the fullback went to the right. And Henry just went right to the left a step. Here's Gostkowski with the point after. Bird handles it well.
Really good job by Colonel Gostkowski. I think maybe they should have just waited to take the delay of game when you had a guy run on late, but they went, snapped it, and they got it through.
The whistle hasn't sounded yet.
Well, the Titans have certainly given the Bills time of possession in this first half, but they've got a couple of scores.
Yeah, look at the job right there. I mean, just opening up a huge seam for Derrick Henry to get through. I can't reiterate this enough, though, because Tannehill said, I'm jogging in a park, trying not to sprain my ankle. The guys had a text chain. They tried to hold each other accountable all week. Hey, make sure you're getting, really 2 weeks, make sure you're getting your work in, make sure you're running, do everything you have to do without being able to go to the facility at all. It's really unprecedented what this Titans team has gone through.
What Ryan Tannehill did tell us, though, he said that the Zoom meetings that they had, the meetings on the computer, were probably better than the meetings in the locker room because they would just go from one to the other without any delays.
Yeah, there was no delays. You didn't have to walk out to the field. They were effective and efficient, but you can only do so much, on a computer watching. You're not out there walking through it. You're not seeing it. You're not seeing the ball come in. It's certainly a disadvantage for this Titans team.
Gostkowski to kick it off with 13:54 to play in the first half. Roberts, for the 3rd time tonight, will take it out. And Roberts sidesteps one defender and then a second one. I think it gets up outside the 25-yard line. All right, so Bills and Titans schedule changes. Week 4, Pittsburgh was supposed to be here in Tennessee. That was postponed. That'll be moved to Week 7, October 25th on CBS. Now, for the Bills, we said they were preparing for the Chiefs and the Titans. Well, that game's been moved to Monday.
So many changes in the NFL. The domino effect, the NFL, Roger Goodell, all the people there did an excellent job of trying to figure out a way to keep this schedule intact so far.
21 plays so far for the Bills. T.J. Yeldon in the ball game. Off the play fake to Yeldon. Dawson Knox returning home. Stiff arms his way across the 35 to the 40-yard line.
That wraps things up for us.
That's a gain of 15 yards.
Nice for the Bills to get Dawson Knox back. He's been out with a concussion. That's one of the throws that we're talking about for Josh Allen. He doesn't have to reset his feet and drive and shift his weight. He's learning to be a rotational thrower. He talked to Tony Romo a lot about this in the offseason, learning to throw rotationally with the spine and being able to sling that ball out there. Think a lot about Patrick Mahomes when you see that.
So first down, the first reception of the night for Knox, who's in motion again. Former teammate of A.J. Brown at Ole Miss. They've done a lot of charitable things here in the Nashville area since they got out of college, and this time Knox can't hang on. It'll be 2nd down at 10.
That's one Knox should have had. But when you talk about Josh Allen's progression, coming out of college, he was an overstrider. His base was too wide. He had violent arm delivery. So that led to all the accuracy issues. So he gets together with Jordan Palmer. Carson Palmer's little brothers become a guru for quarterbacks. And they begin to break down his mechanics and try to build them up from the start. And they've done an excellent job trying to create a sequence. Legs, hips, shoulders.